Welcome everybody to the Gaiscioch Family Summit for December 2015. I am your host, Benjamin Paglatopoli, also known as Captain of Fall Damage. And today we have a fairly short summit. I'm not going to bore you for an extended period of time. So welcome everybody. Say hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
And that was like 1/10 of you guys. Alright. I see we're excited. So today we're going to basically run through the magazine update, live stream update, social adventure update, population update, Guild Wars 2 update, ESO update, except I flipped ESO and Guild Wars 2. We're going to do ESO first, because we got good news there. So for the Gaiscioch magazine, we just shipped issue 7, the Human Connections. This is a fairly big issue. We had to do some last minute scrambling to try to get some stuff done, but we got a folktale interview in there. We got a preview for Devillin, Counterspell. I wrote a interesting article about crowdfunding and included the dwarves, Bard's Tale, Wolfie, the Red Shoes Diaries, and Umbra. And then we had Sorted Keyboard write a nice article on Armored Warfare, and the lovely Soren decided to write up The Incredible Adventures of Van Helsing, which is amazingly good for the game that it is. So definitely check out that issue. You can go to gsch.info/mag-I7. That's issue 7. Or you could just go to gsch.info/mag and click on that little pretty picture. We do have the October edition cover supporting pink for breast cancer awareness. So if you're wondering, why in the world did you change your logo to pink? That's why. So live stream wise, check this out. We have grown our live streams quite considerably. We started with the streams of Epic Adventure and the Siege War, broke off. I started doing the Fog side quest on my own time. Smitty says, hey, I want in on that, so he joined in with Smitty's streams, which is Sunday mornings. And then now we've launched the social adventures. We had our first one this morning. We're going to be doing Thursdays at 5 p.m. We're going to be having random social adventures. And then coming in January, we have the Guild Systems Deconstructed, which will be airing on Wednesday nights at 5 p.m. So streams of Epic Adventures, Monday, 6 p.m. Pacific. Siege War, Tuesday, 6 p.m. Pacific. Fog side quests, I'm going to be doing these nightly at 11 p.m. Pacific, so you guys will probably catch it on YouTube if you want to see it at all. And then Sundays at 8 a.m. with Smitty streams, Thursdays with the social adventures, and you're all welcome to join in any of those. I'm going to be doing one in ESO every single month, so I'm hoping next week I can join you guys in ESO, and you guys can take me around and get me killed. So those aren't going to be limited to PvP. So this Thursday, I wouldn't mind going and seeing some of the other content, maybe Orsinium. That would be cool. And then we'll be kicking off our Guild System Deconstructed with a preview of the new Guild Wars 2 Guild System come January. And then the summit, well, we're at the summit, so you have already attended that. That's for Saturdays, 5 p.m. Some of our live stream stats and our social media metrics. Twitch went up by 29 subscribers to 384. YouTube went up by 2 to 364. We still don't get much traction at the moment on YouTube. We get a lot of after views, but not a whole lot of during views. So I think they're still getting their streaming platform off the ground, getting people to actually use it. I think it's the more solid platform, but not a lot of people know about it. And then Twitter went up by 7 to give us 301 followers. Twitch, we had 26,803 views. YouTube, we broke the 100K mark with 100,539. So that pretty much shows some good growth there. I think with Smitty streams, the social adventures, and Fog's side quest going on nightly, we should see some pretty good traffic increase there. Gaiscioch Social Adventures, these are our kind of recreational games that we play together, doing different things. Some people are playing WildStar together. I know Jay, Kitty, the crew over there, they're all having some fun over there. Our current goals for this month is to get the claiming system built so that you guys can start claiming your participation in events, start leading some events, and then also getting the new Gaiscioch branding and the pitch complete so that you guys can use it on third-party sites. kind of talk about what the GSCH social adventures are. On top of that, the top 10 adventures right now: Chivalry, Medieval Warfare. We had our first one this morning, and it was a lot of fun. Terra, Devillin, Rift, Firefall, Skyforge, Black Desert, Neverwinter, Arcage, and Aeon. If you're interested in joining any of our adventures, be sure to go to gsch.info/getsocial, and that will take you to our social adventure section. So, family population update. You know how we've been going down over the past few months? Well, we're on the up. 2 months in a row, we've gone up. So, very happy to report that I believe it was 812. Yeah, 812 people is where we sat at the crossover to December. So that's 812 people that have logged some kind of activity in the last 7 days. So that is definitely a good number. We're starting to creep back up towards that 1,000 mark, where we kind of optimal range. For the Elder Scrolls side, you guys know that we've had problems in the past with it going constantly down. Well, I'm happy to report this month, nope, not this month, we are going up this month. So with the GSCH branding change and Prissy kind of grabbing the bull by the horns, we've managed to turn that curve around, and we're now on the march up the hill. So I think that this is only going to improve from here. So I definitely want to thank all of you guys for putting all that work together and keeping that going, and really working to try to embrace that GSCH and start recruiting in the chats and start grouping up with people. You guys did a great job. And I will turn the mic over to Prissy so that she can give you a little bit about what's going on in the ESO world.
Oh, seeing I wasn't prepared for this, this is going to be strictly off the cuff. We have decided we've had a couple meetings, and we're working on our event schedule so that we can have something mostly of an evening, since most of us run prime time Eastern. But we also have a nice little group doing things for the late hours. That's 11 Pacific and those times. There's a group running around. The big draw now, of course, is the new Orsinium, which is the new DLC that came out. We're working on how to do all 6 of the dailies at one time, and that's been fun and a learning experience. Most of us have not completed the area, so there's still a lot of exploring to do. We have 2 dungeons runs a week. The one on Sunday has progressed through Hell Ra and AA, and we're now working on Sanctum Ophidia, and we should be able to get that conquered, I would say, within the next couple of weeks. It has an interesting dance that goes with it, so we are still just learning the dance. And the Wednesday nights group is still working on Hell Ra and AA. And anybody out there in ESO who would like to join the Wednesday night group, we are still short a few members, and would really and truly like to have a second steady group. Our next goal is to start doing some AVA. We're looking on picking a night to go out there to do AVA. Now, we're not going to be that we're going to run you over. It's more likely going to be, this is here, we're going to take down the farm and the supply line, maybe get in a little scuffles, and basically just refuel our way around the AVA. I also would like to put out a big thank for all the elders in ESO, and believe it or not, and all the members who stuck by us when we made the change over to a legacy guild. Thank you very much. I look forward to looking for you and growing ESO. That's all I have.
Awesome. Are there any other ESO event leaders that would like to promo their events?
Just to throw it out there, between myself and a bunch of the other event leaders, there is gold and silver key runs going on almost every day. So if you're interested in getting your gold or silver key, we have them posted on the calendar, and just hit us up if you want to go.
All right. Anyone else? I think between the two of you, we pretty much summed up all the events. I do want to say that I plan on visiting ESO once a month. Usually I'm going to do it on the first Thursday of the month from 5 to 8 p.m. And anyone that wants to play with me and will have me, I would love to run around with you. I'm going to be doing non-ABA stuff, so if you have something you want to show me, or you just have this one cliff that I have to fall off of, then feel free to grab me, and we're just
I
gonna.
think that would be all of Ursinium.
Yeah, so I think that it'll be a lot of fun. I want to start getting some video clips of you guys in ESO and start filming some of the other content. I've filmed the hell out of the AVA areas and beat it to a pulp, and I really want to kind of start filming some of the other areas and get you guys playing in other ways. So yeah, if you guys are willing to have me, I will be running those events. If we're like 2, 3 people, that's okay. We'll go find something to do. It doesn't matter to me. I just want to start filming some of the PvE content for you guys. On to Guild Wars 2. Population is still on its rise since Hot came out. It's overall been a kind of up and down expansion. A lot of grinding, which people aren't very accustomed to in Guild Wars 2. It's definitely taken the community kind of sideways on that. So there's a lot of yays and a lot of nays and a lot of heartaches and misunderstandings, and yeah, it's been a lot of fun. But it's definitely given our community a lot of drive pushing forward. Um, so yeah, we topped out the month with 509. So before I get into any of the deep topics, is there any event leaders that would like to share their events other than my Siege War on Tuesday nights at 6 p.m. missions and pretty much just guild missions beforehand at 5 p.m. Pacific, and then Saturday we have missions at 11 p.m. and World v World Sunday morning at 12 to 2 a.m. For those oceanic folk out there. Other than that, any other commanders or event leaders want to share what they've been doing?
Sure. Gma Fog actually has Monday and Wednesday afternoon, 2:15 Pacific, where we just hang out, go around, and do the smaller areas. We start this week. We're starting out at the beginning areas again, like Divinity's Reach and Lion's Arch and that type of stuff, and then we go to the 1 through 15 areas and just have a good time. Saturday mornings at 8 a.m. I do the same thing. And next week we're starting in Lion's Arch. So come and join me. It's very slow paced for the beginners, and we really love to have new people.
All right, Smitty here. I guess I can pitch a couple things. Wednesday evenings is when I normally have Smitty's Sabers, so that's my World versus World event. So that starts at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Feel free to come out and join us as we destroy faces and take over everything that we possibly can in our paths, when work permits me to. It's been the case lately where I've missed a couple of them due to late work, but I always find someone to be able to chip in and keep it going. Also, as Fogg said earlier, on Sunday mornings, I do Smitty streams where I dig into the depths of my Steam account and find games that I have not installed. I install and play them. This Sunday, tomorrow morning, I will be finishing up a story about my uncle by Gone North Games, and then next Sunday, the game will be It Came from Space and Ate Our Brains by Triangle Studios. So hope to see you guys there, and you can watch along on both Twitch and YouTube. That's all I got.
It's Jay Onassi. I'm hosting the World Boss Hunt on Monday morning at 9 a.m. And then we're doing an evening edition after the server reset at 8 p.m. server time. And come out and have some fun and get some loot from the boys and girls, actually, on the bosses. So thanks. Have a great day.
What? Girls drop loot?
Yes, and we play games too.
They dropped the better loot, by the way.
There's girls on the internet?
I was
What?
going to say, I can remember the comment being, "There's a girl in the channel." What do you mean there's a girl in the channel? Girls don't play these games. And then another girl came on, and another one came on.
I thought girl stood for guy in real life. I mean...
Hey, I was playing Magnavox Odyssey before you guys were born.
I was playing those DOS. You remember those DOS duck games and shoot them as they come on the black monitors? Oh my goodness. Come a long way, they have.
All right, Leslie, did you pitch your events yet?
No, Let's
Come on now.
Stars Raiders, Sunday night, 4 p.m. Sometimes we run till 8. Thursday at 12:30 and Friday at 11:30. So come on up there and help us out. I know a lot of guys are busy with the new content, working on our guild halls and the raids and everything, but you're always welcome to come up and capture all the stuff we need to cap and kill a bunch of bad people.
I don't think Soren's here today. Does anyone know enough about the rating content to give the pitch about the rating content?
I can try.
Is
Go for it.
Lakshmi not here neither?
Soren is hosting rating groups. They are posted on the website. She asks that you please sign up for the event so that people who are very interested get priority. We are able to field 2 complete groups. We've had up to 4 complete groups, but last week was just 2. I can understand that with Christmas holidays and everything. But it is a very tough fight. I don't think anyone has beat the initial boss. I may be wrong from last weekend, but we are getting very, very close to beating. We're getting to the last phase of that. Some groups are getting to that last phase of the initial boss. So be willing to change some builds and work on some theory craft and maybe change teams a little bit and try raiding and see how that works. And it's very fun and usually runs for about 3 hours on Friday evening.
And there's a great thread that you guys always respond to, and Soren's steady at it for that. And I'm going to sign up really soon, guys. I know I'm not going to know what to do, but there's a lot of people interested in that. There's great info on the... how do you get to that thread, Tara? I was there again today.
I'll be honest. I'd have to look. I think it's on. It's not up for. It's be a Friday, so I think it's Raiders of Spirit Vale. Sign-ups are open. I think you can see that at the week at a glance. If you're subscribed to GW2, I would start there. If you don't know the fight, don't worry about it. We learn things from every week that we apply to the next week, so everybody's learning, and it's not a big thing. But don't get caught up in how many times you die, because we will die a number of times, and sometimes we'll purposely die. So just come with an open mind, and it really is quite a bit of fun.
And Terraford, do you want to promote your event?
Sure, I will. I have Thursday evening Terragriffs for Tyria, and it's a 2-part event. On opposite every other week, we do World v World out in the Borderlands, and then on the other weeks, what we'll do is look for the kinds of things we need to advance the guild hall, and we'll do some gathering. We'll go to Dry Top. We'll do silver wastes. We'll go do whatever we have to do to get particular things that we need to help the guild. Who knows what that will become? And I may start another event come January, bringing back Adventures with Terrafer, which will probably be an every other week thing initially. And what we'll be doing there is some theory crafting on the new elite skills. Open mic. And that isn't posted yet, but I'm thinking about that. And that's about it for me.
Alrighty, anyone else in Guild Wars 2 have an event that they want to share? All right, then. As always, you can check out all the ESO events by going to gsch.info/ESO events or GW2 events by going to gsch.info/GW2 events. That will take you to our events calendar.
Alright, that better?
Think so.
Just reinstalled. Didn't have PT2 set, sorry.
No problem. All right, so the unfortunate news is that I'm going to postpone the Great Tyranny Adventure Season 4. That's mainly due to the guild housing eating up every spare ounce of materials that we have. So we don't really have a purse to build the legendaries for this season. In addition, there's been some posts on Reddit and on the forums about a massive World v World revisioning and patch coming, and I did not want to be mid-season and have the World v World as we know it change, because that would pretty much throw a major wrench into the middle of the event series. As we were going to be focusing this one on World v World. So until we see what kind of timetables they're looking at for that, I'm going to put that on hold. I want to, I either want to launch it before that comes out or after it comes out. I don't want a massive overhaul of the World v World happening right in the middle of the event. That'd just be really weird.
Can I ask you a question, Fog? Is it the mega server thing?
I can't see anything, and I don't know. I mean, I've seen the quote leaked post, and I've seen Colin's post, but I can't really tell you anything about that. All I can do is basically, read the forums like you can and see what's kind of said. But I mean, Colin's really excited about this World v World thing, apparently. So I think that it's going to be something pretty big. I'm not sure what it's all entailing. And that kind of leads me to the Sanctum Raw foreshadowing, in the fact that most likely we will see some kind of mega servering of sorts, or merging of servers. I mean, they can't keep us like we are now. When we go out into World v World, there's nobody out there. If you find anybody, it's like 5 people. That's not what they envisioned for World v World. And it doesn't make for very exciting battles. So, one way or another, we're looking at Sanctum of Raw going away, and we need to start preparing for ourselves, and know that a server, Roger's legacy isn't in the server; it's in us. And as long as we are around and we are, bringing that legacy with us, it doesn't matter where we are or what we're doing. If we get mega servered, we get mega servered. If we don't, we don't. I mean. But they got to do something. They can't just leave it like this because it's going to drive more and more people away. And that, you take 1 second on the World v World forums and you will see that painfully apparent. It's not even the unofficial World v World forums, just on the official forums in the World v World section. That entire page is nothing but complaints about the current system. So they have to do something to save that portion of the game. And that change is going to involve restructuring those servers, no doubt. I mean, that they have to. That's a smart play. So, we have to be okay with that. So, whether we get shoved in with everybody else and they come up with some other grand, join a country or whatever, I don't know. Who knows? They're smart people. I'm sure they'll figure it out. And when it comes, it comes. On that note, we will have the Sanctum Raw still. So what I'm going to be doing with that is shifting that to kind of be the flagship of Sanctum Raw Community / Sork. As you may have noticed, I renamed the guild already. That's in preparation for what I think is coming. And what I'm going to try to do is get all the guild leaders from the other guilds of Sanctum Raw in there, so that they can invite their people, and we can have a community that continues to carry on even if our server does go away. And what we'll do is we'll have the Sork site where we can basically communicate and get together and do events. We'll have the schedule posted for the guild missions for anyone that needs them. And then, we can use it kind of as an alliance of sorts. So, it'll be nice to help coordinate. I mean, things like the TeamSpeak will most likely go away. I don't see how that would even work if they go mega server. Most likely it will be a lot different. So there's a lot to think about in that front, and it's a lot to prepare for. It's a lot to digest. But in the end, they have to do it if they're going to save the world in this game. It's just something that they got to do. But on the good side of things, all those people that went to other servers that were once Gaiscioch, those guys will now be accessible again, and we'll be able to see them again, fight with them again, and that'll be really nice. So, and I kind of miss having more than 5 people on a battlefield to fight against. So, anything they can do to bring people back to the battlefield, I'm happy with, because I miss the days when we'd have 50 versus 50 wars. And there just isn't that anymore. You're either 5 versus 50 or you're 50 versus 5. I mean, that's pretty much your options. So that's pretty much the big thing, is that we're going to basically repurpose the sanctuaryworld.com to be a kind of a community site where we can schedule events. Most likely the raffles will go to a overall event raffle, so instead of just claiming World v World events, you'll be able to post up your codes for everything. It won't really track anything anymore, so like the PPT tracking will probably go away, because I don't know how that would work in that type of environment. That would just be chaotic. But if I can do it, I will still do it, but it's going to be a matter of, is their API going to support something like that? What are we going to be looking at? Is it actually going to be mega servers, or is it just going to be combining servers? Are we going to end up on somewhere like JQ or something? I don't know. It's until we see their plan, we can't really, plan. All I know is that we're going to end up changing the way that we do things on the sanctuaryworld.com, so that we have prizes for people participating in the community as a whole, not just World v World. So that'll be good. And then on to the next little tidbit, we have the Guildhall progress report. Things are moving rather well. We just got our airship yesterday. If you go to the Guildhall and go over towards the market, you'll see a giant airship. That was from the upgraded marketplace. Next up, we're going to try to upgrade either the tavern or the PvP arena. Both of those need supplies, so check in on them. Just go to them and see what they require, what we're missing, and that's what we got to get done. There's still a lot of empty glass mugs and empty flasks or kegs, empty kegs that we need. So for the tavern update. Other than that, we're going to be increasing the storage capacity of our resources so that we can start building some of the bigger stuff. We're going to need the 10,000 mark to be able to build the tier 3 buildings. And then also, so if you want to help out, things we definitely need all the time. These are things that do not go away. We will need these till the end of days. Piles of coarse sand, you get those out of dry top by killing the dust devils. Piles of flax, those are all over the new expansion content. Flax fiber, you get those as a secondary thing on most flax, and I'm sure there's other ways to get it as well. That's pretty much required in just about everything scribing. Elderwood logs, we're going to need a lot of those. It seems like every single upgrade we do in the guild hall requires them. Same with Minthril. If you see it needed, just toss it on in there. The leyline infused tools, those can only be crafted by weaponsmiths who have 400 weaponsmithing, and they require a charged crystal, which means that you have to charge the crystal yourself. Those aren't tradable. So basically the weaponsmith has to make those to make it work. So they can send the infused tool to me, and I will give them donation credit for it.
Okay, my thing is, I guess I haven't been able to get down there yet. I've got everything except those leyline, what are they now? I wrote them down. Leyline, whatchamacallits. I can make those others, but I need those blue things.
They're ascended things that you get, the leyline sparks, and those come out of the poisonous
Oh, okay. So I gotta stay.
whatever they are.
Alright.
They're in the dragon strand. You get machetes, and you go and hack those little poisonous pods up, and inside those, usually you'll get one. I found that it's about a 75% return rate. For those with the prior zone, it was about a 10% return rate. So yeah, I would highly recommend just running around doing the Dragon Strand event, buying some of the machetes, and just opening up those pods that are around any time of the day. After the map is actually won, there's actually even more of them. So,
That's what you
you know,
posted. Okay.
they're everywhere once that happens. But yeah, you can usually get 14, 15 of those, and you can only use one a day with the, being able to charge a crystal once a day. So, once you're doing that, you only really need to go there like once a week, and you'll get 7 or more. Even if it's not a victory map, you can still pull off that many. So right now, I think we are level 32 guild, and we need to be level 40. And at level 40, we will unlock the unexplored territories, which will unlock a lot of the really pretty stuff that's hidden in this map. There is a jumping puzzle, not the one that I created, but there's an actual one. Yulon can show you that sometime if you're really interested. I did create a jumping puzzle right in the middle of our little town square, and if you complete it, you'll find Foglata's office.
Yeah, I was about to ask about that. I see all these floating boxes around this
Yep.
little tower.
Yep, and then there's another half of it that you got to fly to. So, but if you complete the jumping puzzle, you'll find Foglata's office.
I like the pictures Ewan put up. It on top of your head, the little genie one. That was nice.
Yeah, that was hilarious. So at this point, I pretty much want to open up the floor for anyone that has Q&A. This could be about anything Gaiscioch related, even if you have a question about how something works within the family. Now would be a good time to ask. Just type it into Twitch chat, YouTube chat, or Gamebox chat, and Smitty will be kind enough to read it to me.
Come on, you know you want to hear my lustrous voice reading your questions.
You've been working too much.
Yeah, I have.
It's coming up Christmas. You need a break.
Yeah, I'm hoping to take 2 weeks off near Christmas.
Okay, couple questions here. First question, what is going to happen to the ESO marketplace?
Nothing's going to happen to it. It's going to stay there. As long as the legacy chapter is alive, we're going to keep it turned on. I'm still working on a new system so that we can add materials. We can add materials in GW2, but the way that ESO is set up, every single craft profession required me to build a separate tool just for that craft. And I never really built one for the materials. So anything that's in there right now, you can edit and update it with whatever it needs to be. For the new materials, I still need to finish that, and that comes after I finish the social adventure system. So I got a lot of work to do still. I am constantly trying to get stuff kicked out, and I am just really overworked. But yeah,
Okay.
it's coming.
Too many tables.
We had a question come in. Are there any game keys available for ESO in the loot vault?
No. I don't get any of those donated. But yeah, it is on sale.
Isn't it?
I'm sorry, say what, Leslie?
Unemployed.
Isn't it fairly cheap to get? Because I was thinking of getting it too. Because I know we have so many family members liking it.
Currently is $16.90 on
Like
DL
that's
Gamer.
cheap. Yeah,
On DL
that's not
Gamer,
so
it's
bad.
on DL Gamer. It is $16.99 currently.
Is that a legit site?
Yes, I downloaded. I got it and downloaded it. Got the game code for my work computer, and I installed it. And
Okay. Just making sure, because there's been a lot of third-party fake sites out there.
And he'll be in jail on Monday for downloading it to his work computer.
well, I tell you what, I'll post the link for you, Fog, and if you like, you can check it out and give your seal of approval if you like.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Again, if you have any questions and you're watching on Twitch, YouTube, or listening in on Gamebox, you can type in your questions and we will read them off to Fog.
Or if you just want the microphone for a few minutes so that you can say something or announce something, feel free.
I want to know why when we reach level 27, there's no +5 fort supply. And how come when we get around and we claim and we have that little magic buff and everything else, as soon as we go like 1 mile away, it's all gone? Is that how they're
That's
doing
a aura around the keep. While you're in the keep fighting, you get that buff. The +5 supply buff is further down the train, and we have to unlock all the power, precision, toughness. That's pretty. The supply is next to the last one. That's not level 27. It's like 37.
Oh my lord.
Just go to the World v World war room and talk to that main guy, and down in the bottom right corner is where it's at, and you'll see a white line around all the ones that we have to get before we can get that. So we still have a long way to go.
Okay.
And even still, when we do have that, we're still not going to want to drag that around with us. That's not going to be something that you want to claim a camp and then go, claim a camp and then go. Every time that you drop a claim, you lose whatever scribing stuff you've put in there. And that stuff is bloody expensive. Like those hardened doors I built for us, those are roughly about 12 gold apiece. So when you drop a claim to go get +5 supply, you basically toss my 12 gold out the window.
Oh my goodness. Cereal?
Yep.
Oh boy. Okay.
So yeah, it's never going to be what it was, where you just drop a claim and carry it around with you. The only time that we'll probably do that is maybe if I can get Sork up that high. We're going to basically target Sork to be supply camps only, and then you can just claim it with Sork.
Alright.
But Rawl, we really want to be sitting on a keep.
Yeah, we did that yesterday. Okay. Because I heard you say that.
Go ahead, Tierney. Go ahead and announce it. Alright, Smitty, can you pretend to be Tierney?
I'll just say with my voice. I'd like to say that I plan to start a new PvP event in ESO after the new year, so I'll be posting a thread. Please give feedback about days and times that are best for you that don't conflict with any current events. Thank you.
There you go. And I hope you feel better.
Who was that said that?
Tierney. Tierney biscuits.
Smitty, you forgot to throw in that she likes to burn things.
And she likes to burn things.
Thank you.
So she burns biscuits?
That's a combination of two names for her.
Yep. Alright guys, that sounds like about it. I'm not getting any more questions, so I will call it. Thank you all for tuning in. We'll be back again next month for Saturday of the month, somewhere around the 5 o'clock hour Pacific time. I hope you all enjoyed it. Please check your mailbox. We'll be sending this one off in a few moments. Possibly tomorrow. I might send it tomorrow. So have a good night. Enjoy.
Good night.
Night, Fog. Night, guys.